I have the strength to go through this again? And I know that on a personal level, many people can relate to this just with your own journey of relapses, if you have a relapsing remitting condition, or surgeries that I thought I was done with this. I was up, I was functioning. Maybe I'm volunteering, maybe I'm back at work, I'm functioning again. And now I'm back, I had this surgery and I'm stuck in bed. And it's scary, it's really scary. I ended up with a second brain injury and hearing loss and hearing aids for life and a back injury and severe PTSD, and I really wasn't sure if I wanted to get back up again. I think these support groups, national foundations like US Pain are just so important in finding the support you need to encourage you to stand back up again, because it's exhausting. Life itself can be exhausting, but chronic pain is just a whole other level of exhausting every day. And you really, I don't know how anyone could do it alone. You need to be involved, either from your bed at home, or those of us that are blessed enough to be able to make it here in person, to support each other. This is what has been most helpful to me personally. All of you, fellow pain patients, are what helped me go, yes, you are going to stand back up again. Yes, you can do this. And if we can do just that one thing with our life, just be there, even if it's for one person. All you really need is one good friend. I mean, in AA, everybody has a sponsor. Maybe Spoonies should all have sponsors that we can call on a bad day and say, I just want to drink a bottle of wine, I can't take this anymore, and your Spoonie will give you some support, encouragement, and some alternative ideas of drinking that bottle of wine. Yeah, not that I have anything against wine, I do not. Excuse me, I have a lot of vertigo today because I have proprioception issues. I have trouble understanding exactly how much space I take up in the world sometimes, so I could be an inch off or 2 inches, and that's really all it takes when you're going through a doorway to bump yourself. So, proprioception is a problem in the head injury community. I broke down pain treatment options for chronic pain patients into categories because once I was challenged with presenting this theme, I thought, I've been through over a decade, how do I even begin to organize this? And this is what I came up with, very much generalizations of pain treatment options for chronic pain patients, physical therapy, medication and supplements, mental health therapy, medical devices, medical treatments, advocacy, and volunteering. And then I'm going to go through and break them down one at a time. And any questions you have, we'll take it all at the end. Feel free to take pictures of this and share this as we go along. Physical therapy, I broke down into physical therapy exercises. I think that's what most people who are not suffering with a chronic illness or chronic pain would just think of physical therapy automatically as that one thing. Oh yeah, I've had physical therapy. I strained my knee when I was playing field hockey in high school, and I went to a physical therapist. And that's what they think of as, that's it. But there's so much more that you can do in this area. Cardiovascular exercises might not be for everybody, especially right after an injury or when you're having a flare-up. But when you're feeling up to it, walking is really all you need every day. But lots of people might get to the point where they're better enough to have running or biking or hiking. Swimming is a great alternative. Not every physical therapy place has a pool, but I highly recommend, if you're able, to find a place that offers a pool, because it's so low impact, it's just so much easier on your joints. And it's funny how animals will have access to things that we don't always have access to. A lot of animal physical therapy places, they all have pools, every one of them, so that the dog can have his water therapy. We have to advocate for humans should have access to water therapy too. Weight-bearing exercises. When I do my physical therapy at home every day, because A lot of people who aren't chronic think physical therapy is something you do to heal from an injury or accident, and you do your 1 month or 3 months, and you're done. But if you're chronic, you well know that you're just never done, right? So you do your routines at home every day. And my weights are 3 pounds, so it's sort of a joke at the gym that I'm doing the heavy lifting, and that's what works for me. When you have a connective tissue disorder like I do, I'm not supposed to lift anything more than a few pounds, and these 3-pound weights do the job. So I guess you have to do your physical therapy like no one's watching, and don't feel judgment when somebody else is lifting hundreds of pounds and you've got your little 3-pound weights. You are doing exactly what you're supposed to do. Occupational therapy. Not sure how many people this applies to. It shows you how to do things differently. So after brain injury, you might have something called dysautonomia, which applies to a lot more conditions than brain injury. You lose your balance when you bend over. So they might show you how to do something differently by giving you a little claw to pick something up with. Or I learned to not tie my shoelaces, but I put bungee cords on my shoes instead of shoelaces, little 1/4-inch bungee cords from any kind of craft store. And now I don't have to tie shoelaces ever again. It's learning to do things differently, occupational therapy.